Daniel, Trump is saying all the FBI and the Department of Justice had to do was just ask for these documents back, and there would have been no problem at all. All they had to do is ask, he says in that post on his Truth site. Does that align with what we know?
It does not at all align with what we know, Jim. We know that there was an effort over many months, not only by the Department of Justice, but prior to that by federal records authorities to get these documents back. We know that before this search warrant, there was a grand jury subpoena seeking documents. And our CNN colleagues are now reporting today that in June, a Trump lawyer signed a letter asserting that there was no more classified information in the materials at Mar-a-Lago. Now, I'll note for fairness that people around Trump are also claiming, oh, he just declassified it all. But this idea that, they just had to ask politely and they would have gotten it back just does not square with the known timeline.
Right. Another falsehood that's being spread is that the FBI planted evidence. Trump posted on his social media platform, planting information, anyone, that in quotes, and you found that narrative is gaining traction among some Trump allies. Let's listen to this.
We know they doctor evidence. We know they plant evidence.
Yeah, sure.
We know they hide evidence. We know they lie. We know they leak.
For example, do I know that the boxes of material they took from Mar-a-Lago, that they won't put things in those boxes to entrap him? How do we know that they're going to be honest with us about what's actually in the boxes? How do we know that was in the box before it left the residence if the lawyers weren't allowed to see everything?
Yeah, Daniel, I mean, some are saying in Trump world, the documents were declassified. There's no problem here, they were declassified. And then you have others saying that they were planted. I mean, were they declassified before they were planted? I mean, it sounds as though they have a strategy here of just throwing the ketchup against the wall and see what sticks.
That's what I wrote in my piece for CNN.com today, Jim. They're throwing everything at the wall, and maybe some group of Americans will believe one defense, another group of Americans might believe a totally contradictory defense, and so there's just no basis for any of this. This idea of planted evidence has been conjured out of thin air, but it seems like one of the 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 things they're going with right now.
And there's also a lot of this whataboutism. That term whataboutism, of course, making a comeback now that we're talking about Donald Trump. But Trump and his allies are using this with respect to former President Barack Obama. Trump posted this. What are they going to do with the 33 million pages of documents, many of which are classified, that President Obama took to Chicago? And Daniel, you did us a service here, as you always do, fact-checking this. You dug into this claim. What did you find out?
Well, this one was an easy one to fact check because the National Archives and Records Administration itself put out a debunking, making clear that this claim from former President Trump is totally untrue. So what they said in that statement was that the National Archives, it itself maintains exclusive legal and physical custody of all of the Obama presidential records. It made clear that it is the one, not Obama, that took 30 million records to the Chicago area, to its own facility, not to like Barack Obama's house. It also made clear that these were unclassified documents and that it sent the classified documents to a separate government facility in the Washington, D.C. area. So both of the elements of the Trump claim, that Barack Obama took the documents and that many of these were classified, the ones in Chicago, just not true, Jim, at all.